The antagonist movement, those guys, I like to fucking take their anuses, crawl inside, turn it inside down, and light a fucking match.
Well, what do you guys think of the antagonist movement?
What's an antagonist?
It's pretty shitty.
The entire problem with the whole antagonist movement is that it's not antagonistic enough. These guys wouldn't know antagonism if it bit them in their ass.
Do you like working with Vaseline?
So no, I don't. Grease it up to make sure that the paper mache doesn't stick to anything, anywhere that is really tight corners. And you want to make sure that it doesn't fill in the gaps, because you need all these for detail. And some you want big to cover big spaces. Sometimes you do triangles to get curves. The wallpaper paste, extra strength. It says you're supposed to use gloves. But I like the little high you get from the toxins. Don't use the gloves. Plain white paper. You could use newsprint. Works good. All different types of papers have different like porous qualities. Like newsprint molds the best. This white paper is pretty good. Gets soft quick. You just want to make sure you wipe off the excess. You need to make it a couple layers thick, because you will be prying this off of the gun. And it's always best to use a real gun. Real guns seem to work better. Fake guns, you know, you need the weight of a real gun. Unload it. It's important to unload it. So you don't want this baby going off. Of course, you will ruin your gun. You won't be able to use it after this. But I don't think guns should shoot people. They should just be for art. Guns for art. So I say I'm going to start a program. Turn your guns in for art. Well, you turn them into artists. Where it's wet, you can put drier pieces right over it, because it is just like, it's wallpaper paste, so it should stick. But the dry one also seems to give it more detail.
But
what do you have in common that you call yourself a movement? What are your aims?
Or the antagonist movement. What stylistically do we have in common is it's the antagonism itself, meaning it's somewhat like a little brother like slaps you in the face and runs away. You know what I mean? Like it's that sort of reaction to what we're doing. We're trying to provoke people to do something new. It's not just so much a style of like actually even doing art. It's more of a way of thinking, you know, like to try to get anyone to do something new, to provoke, to push the protagonist to action. So I think everything we do in some ways to try to motivate someone else to do something creative. And being an antagonist as a membership, it means something more like being a missionary.
You know, movement, you expect there to be a kind of manifesto, you know what I mean?
There is a manifesto. It's online. You can read it.
Okay.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
There's a website you can go to.
What's the name? What's the website called?
It's www.antagovision. I'll write it down for you.
Yeah, okay.
.com. There's a manifesto. There's a whole bunch of information about all the stuff that we do.
Rookie. Johnny, tell me what it's like to be a new rookie to the antagonist movement.
Well, I was voted in without me even knowing.
Do you give a fuck about it?
I care, but I'm an antagonist, so what does that mean?
I don't know, you tell me.
Well, as an antagonist, I find that to antagonize would be the best policy.
For example?
What are you, the interview guy now?
I'm just helping.
I'm
here to help. I'm here to help.
This is my associate, Adam Gross.
His associate and his personal assistant.
He helps me with conceptualizing.
What do you guys think of the antagonist movement?
What isn't to think? John
Listen,
does,
Adam,
so
you don't have
am
a
I.
pin yet. Let me give you a pin. I am usurping the balance and making Adam an antagonist member right now. Seconded by John. John, second.
I can
Two.
second.
Third?
Third.
Oh, shit. You've done a lot of artwork for the antagonist movement. You did that before you were a member.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. A little indebted to the antagonist movement.
Fuck everybody else.
So I'm going to take this badge into membership. I'm gonna put it down here next to the other one that I actually got earlier. So this makes me a double.
Cut now. Cut now.
Shut up! Me a double member.
That's far more membership than I have.
That's right, which now makes me the new president.
And so what do you want to do with the funds? Or lack thereof?
I'm going to Disneyland.
You want to show me? Why are you a part of the antagonist movement? And by the way, you look damn good on video. Why are you a part?
Why was I voted in?
That's what I'm asking.
Well, you were the people who voted me in, right?
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Why are you a part? You could turn it down any time. You could not come every fucking Sunday. You could not come every Thursday. You could not bust out your video camera.
Are you really an antagonist?
I am an antagonist.
Why?
Because I choose to come here just about every Sunday and every Thursday to help out.
Is it because of the free beer?
Well, I mean, it's definitely a factor, but you know.
Well, the antagonist movement, I think, is going in the right direction.
I needed days to kiss you deep. Oh, so deep, your face contorts in desperate fear. Not here, no, not in public. Your mouth twists with disgust. This kind of lust for the bedroom only. Besides, it's only childish lust. But I would kiss you anywhere, the street, the bus, or in Times Square. I'd hold you tight and naked light. 2 people from that list emailed me, oh, you gotta perform for these guys. So it was 2 separate people. So first time someone emailed me, I emailed Seth and sent him my press kit. Didn't hear back from him for a little while. And then someone else emailed me, totally separate. I had emailed Seth. I said, look, I got 2 completely unrelated emails, so apparently I'm supposed to play it. And then he's like, okay, I'll book you.
Have you ever met Seth before in the flesh?
No, I've never met him in the flesh.
Do you know of his band? You ever heard of the band Mensch?
No,
I
don't.
They're New York's finest Jewish punk rock band.
Oh, nice,
yeah,
nice.
I think that if you have the balls to make something and then make other people look at it or listen to it, then you deserve at least a little credit for that.
Run your finger along that to mold it in. See, like this hole here. Push that in for the detail. It has a little bit of wrinkles, that's okay. Doesn't matter. It's supposed to look like paper mache. People who do artwork and suck, Time has said that most people who have been the most predominant figures in art have been told their entire lives that they suck, and it's only far, far after they're dead and gone that anybody ever appreciated them. And it always seems the ones that are contemporary, like the ones that are liked in the moment, those are the ones most people forget. The majority of the artists that were the highlights of the time period are forgotten. It's everyone who's been told that they were suck and then later were told they're great. Though, I mean, then again, you know, there are many, many, many more artists that just completely sucked and no one ever remembered. Be encouraged to suck and just do it, because it's the actual process, as Dan says. It's the process over the product. Like, in the process of doing it, you're getting so much more out of it than when it's done. When a project's done, all you get is the appreciation of somebody. If it's good, you know, all you can get is the benefits after. But the benefits after are like what? Either you're told it sucks, either you're told it's great, or you're given money. But it's those things are only things that can feed or you know, either boost or take away from your ego. But in the process of making something, that's where all the value is. Well, not just to give people who already are doing something creative a venue, though we do that a lot. It's to get people who've never even thought about doing something to do something new. That some of the shows are curated, which means Anders is picking things based on his personal taste, but then we also have totally open shows, like all the group shows are open, so they're not pre-selected. Right. That if you just sign up for it, then no matter what, no matter how bad you are, you can show up and bring it in and do something. Right. What is an artist and what is not an artist? The defining factor is you don't have a choice, that you are driven by creation. No matter where I am or wherever I'm working on, I have to work on stuff because I know if I didn't, the only other answer would be like putting a bullet into my head.
interesting?
I think it's spectacular.
I disagree. What do you think?
I think he talks too much.
You think he talks too much? Why?
Because a lot of times, well, hopefully people are coming here on Sunday night to hear the readers and not Brian.
I'd like to point out that this microphone on your face looks like a big shadow of a dick. What do you think about Buttafuoco as a host?
I think he's a good host.
Fuck
I think he's a good host.
Do you think it helps your writing career or lack thereof?
Because my audition tape for the next season of Survivor needs a little bit of buffering. It's the only reason why.
Do you get girls to this?
Mad
guys or whatever you're fancy.
Mad pussy. Mad pussy. Not like a lot, but pussy that's mad.
Crispy, you think he's lying?
No, man, I've seen the shit. You get some very upset pussy.
Oh, wait. Watch me do my job real quick. I want a bar back. If someone wants this table, it'll be clean in like 2 seconds. Watch. Take the table, somebody. Hey. That was it. That's all I do.
Yeah. Come outside for a few minutes and do an interview, and now he's sitting over there talking.
We got a special guest in the house tonight as well. Mr. Jack Walls will be reading tonight. It's going to be a treat.
Imagine as a child my glee, no school. Upon arriving home, my happiness turned to sadness. My mom was weeping. I'll never forget that one silent tear running down her cheek.
Look, I'm angry for other reasons, though. You know, every time I did something different as a kid, like I tried to catch bird shit in my mouth in the playground, I get into fights. Yeah, I got into fights. So what?
Laughing, kissing, licking, about to enter love-making, nipple-touching, ball-heated passion.
This symbolic gesture is not only that. History provides chronicles of previous American governments acting like 2-year-olds. In World War II, our leaders beckoned us to rename sauerkraut Liberty Cabbage, and to switch our Frankfurters to hot dogs. At this point, you will take notes about demographic and cultural information provided by the U.S. state government, Central Intelligence Agency, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, the Food and Drug Administration, the Center for Disease Control, some very expensive spy satellites that the French arrogantly think they know about. General overview. France is a medium-sized foreign country situated on the continent of Europe and is for all intents and purposes useless. It is an important member of the world community, although not nearly as important as it thinks. It is bounded by Germany, Spain, Switzerland, and some smaller nations of no particular consequence with shopping opportunities. France is a very old country with many treasures such as the Louvre and Euro Disney. Among its contributions to Western civilization are champagne, camembert, cheese, the guillotine, and body odor.
I believe in you. Amen. A piece I wrote, Trojan War 2.
At 12 years old, I had a friend named Eli Weinrib. I was into Kiss and the Beatles. Eli was into being a good Orthodox Jew and show tunes. We both shared a love for masturbating. Eli and I would hang out in his basement and masturbate at the same time in big comfy chairs, but as far away from each other as possible, but in the same room with our backs to each other. Whoever finished first would ask the other one, "Are you done yet?" To which a warranted, "No, shh," would be the reply. One fine summer day, Eli suggested we give each other blowjobs. I was hesitant. I like girls in Playboy magazine. I didn't think that putting a penis in my mouth would fit into my concept of the straight lifestyle. Eli was very persistent. "Oh, come on, it's just a mouth. You'll like it. It'll feel good." I thought about it and told him, "You can blow me if you like, but I don't want to blow you." He said that wasn't fair. Being the curious, horny 12-year-old that I was, I finally gave in, but asked him to blow me first, just in case there was a natural disaster like an earthquake, so I wouldn't have to do him.
But then we got the people at Fahrenheit who made this. And this thing is interesting because I don't know, some of you may have gotten this handout, some of you haven't. Buttafuoco. Well, here we go, Buttafuoco. Eternal badass Mike Diaz.
Yeah.
What the fuck were you thinking?
Yeah, I was on the badass.
Against the backdrop of shining steel and broken glass, pirouetting darkly down faster than she's ever traveled before without the aid of the contraption used to make men fly. Now turned against her as a tool of annihilation, how will you observe the anniversary? My blood will boil. On the 9th month of the first year of the second millennium, the math was changed. 2 went into 2 once, but subtracted 3,000, multiplying the foulness in already corrupted xenophobic minds. Carry on, vertical dancer, whose image is seared in bloodshot eyes, weary from the pain that men cause, germane to whatever god is in vogue.
I got down on my knees and began to suck the saran wrap with the penis underneath. It wasn't so bad. 2 minutes later, Eli said, "Okay, you can stop. I thought I'd be a good friend and keep going." Once more, Eli asked me to stop sucking his cock, and I obliged. I immediately felt guilty and terrible, like I had done something very, very wrong. I thought, I like girls. Why did I just blow Eli? I worried God would punish me even though I wasn't even sure if there was a God. But my #1 concern, no shit, was that when my life was over, after growing up, getting married, having kids, getting older, getting cancer, dying at 82, that on my tombstone would not be my name, but in large letters, homosexual.
So we're gonna pause for a station break right about now. If you don't like it, come up and try to turn it off, you fucking asshole.
Coming this spring on Fox, reality TV meets the hottest detective show this side of the Hudson River. 21 Hump Street, starring Billy Bush, and filmed in the heart of Chelsea, New York City. 21 Hump Street. They're mean. They're young. They always get their man. Please, come out with your ass up. 21 Hump Street. Catch it this spring on Fox.
I honestly came here tonight supporting a friend, Charlie B, in the house. But my artist called me up from my seat. My heart is pounding to the beat.
I'm gonna tell you a story about my buddy Sean. My buddy Sean DeFeo, he lived in Kansas City, Missouri, when I lived out there for about 2.5 years. Why? Because I'm a moron. My buddy Sean managed a pizzeria out there. My buddy Sean sold coke on his side, you know, just to subsidize everything else. Buddy Sean was a good man. He was a fucking maniac, you know? He was Italian. I know the shit the name Sean don't exactly go, but, you know, we're talking about Missouri, all right? My buddy Sean had diabetes. My buddy Sean used a lot of cocaine. Cocaine and diabetes. Not a good combination there, you know? My buddy Sean used to carry a 38 on him. It was fucking nickel plated. It was a fucking beautiful thing. We used to drive down from the New Bottoms in Kansas City there. He used to fucking shoot at trucks when they drove by. My buddy Sean was a nut. My buddy Sean used to talk about money in whispers. Everything in whispers. So there I was, and I'm talking to one guy that made 3,000. My buddy Sean beat me in fucking gin every fucking time. No matter if he was half passed out on the friggin' floor. Gin. Thanks, Sean. Can I have another bump so I can stay awake? It's only noon. My buddy Sean passed away on the floor of his apartment because of his, he stopped taking his medicine there and started doing the other stuff more and more. My buddy Sean was my buddy, and I miss him a lot. Thank you.
I am up here, improv queen. Have to be, have to be.
So, my name is Marie LeClaire, and I'm actually something a little bit unusual around here. I'm only 22.
Yeah!
I'm a member of the Antagonist movement, and I'm a girl.
Yeah!
So these are the new project I'm working on, doing battleships made of wood.
What made you want to do that?
Anything I ever do is usually from the sleeping state, you know, when you are half asleep and half awake in the morning, and you're lying in bed and you're kind of drifting in between thoughts. So
And one morning you just thought.
I thought of
battleship.
these. Well, first, you know, like the dogs was one, the guns was another, and this is the next one. Was I want to see if I have the ability to recreate something out of wood, and you know, like this. I mean, I'll show you a more detailed one, but this is all made from just the strips of wood. You know, you just cut it. Like people who want to write, but they don't because they don't think they're educated in it. They think people are going to tell them it sucks or whatever. I mean, it's always the if I suck. And you can't worry about if. You can't worry about how much education you have or anything like that. You just have to do it. Because you may also find out that you are the one who has inspired everybody else to do something because you're not educated, because you didn't learn the formal ways of doing something, that you can do something new because you just didn't approach it the way you were told to. You didn't have a set way that you were told to do something, so you're starting from a fresh perspective. And the trick is when you pull it out, not to break the mold. See inside.
Clark Street.
Dave.
Brian.
Dan.
Henrietta's.
Is that where you're filling in?
No, that's actually our manager.
He got us this gig. He's an alcoholic.
Did he get so wrecked because the gig sucked?
Pretty much.
What did you guys think of the show tonight? What did you guys think of the show tonight?
It was all right.
Pretty well.
Yeah. You know, there's a couple of technical difficulties, but Dave, go ahead.
All of our fans, they couldn't make it out tonight because they were busy getting laid and stuff.
And I lost the shirt. Where was the dancing girls? I lost my shirt.
Why is it 120 degrees back here?
Don't you think you can get some AC pointed this way?
You're outside,
It's because we wanted the crowd to look sweaty, like they were enjoying your music.
I think that's why they left. Pretty much,
Yeah. Okay, goodbye.
Yeah, we're from
Anything
New
about
Jersey.
We're from Jersey.
West Side.
Now I'm going to trim this off. Trying to cut it so that it will sit on the canvas even. The stuff we're doing, like makeshift galleries, it's a very easy process. All you really need is to have a space. The walls need to be one color, doesn't have to be white, not a variety of different colors. Clip-on lights and artwork. So people could be making galleries out of their garages or their basements, inviting people over to come and look at some artwork and do exactly what we're doing instead of doing it in a bar. They can do it anywhere. Since paper mache is easily fixed. When I let it dry, I put some weight on top of it so that the guns stay down firm. And now I'm going to cover it with gesso so it...
What's that?
It's something you put underneath paintings to keep it sealed, give it so that you can... It's like a primer. I'd like to see that. Makeshift galleries everywhere. You know, you go out to the suburbs and maybe everybody's doing it in those garages. Maybe Sundays.
That'd be kind of weird. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Well, instead of having, you don't have to have just a space in Soho. You can do it anywhere. Maybe that'll be the new thing.
You are, and we've got this thing called the antagonist movement. I am part of it. I also think it's bullshit because it's a movement that named itself. What do you think about that? Do you think movements should name themselves? Do you think people should do what they do and then the bullshit outside is name the movement?
But the antagonist movement personifies antagonizing. To actually have a name is almost defeating the purpose.
Now, do you think the word antagonist is a bad thing?
No.
I agree.
The real question is, can the word antagonist antagonize?
alright. And desert sands I swallow for pleasure. The tall grass around your buildings where I hide my indignation, I drop there. Wrinkled papers and little dying embers, they make the stars out your window this December night. It falls around your eyes like turpentine. They may be ugly, girl, but they're all mine. All night is alright till she comes with a reflection. Tall waist and high speed, a cure, a bottle of prevention.
That's it? Oh, it's all you get.
Bullshit. But what I really think is that antagonizing is really opening people's eyes. Just because you're the antagonist and you're changing somebody's view doesn't mean it's changing it for the worse. What do you think about that?
You're not necessarily changing anyone's view. You can't really be worried about that.
Exactly. I think that you do your shit and if someone changes their view, that's fine, but it doesn't really matter. And I think you might have the same kind of viewpoint on that.
I think you're right.